then if it goes.
Yeah, we'll do that. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to A Quickly Average Adventure, and welcome to this segment of it that we like to call the Fragments. It's a D&D 5e campaign that I'm playing with my friends, and these are my friends. We had a week's break because I had the plague of some sort. We're not sure
medieval
which flavor
illness.
it was, but Papa Nurgle decided to bless me with one of his many contagions.
But you're the only one that got it in the house.
Yeah.
So
Proper. Good. I think it was called Manus Fluus, possibly.
Oh, you're dying. It was, it was a true play. You were dying there, my friend.
Yes, it was bad. Anyway, but we're back today. When we left our intrepid wanderers, still in Mordensow, still hanging around. The options ahead of them.
Property damage. So much property damage.
Seriously getting quite a reputation in the city of Mordensow for being sort of heroic and
heroic's becoming a weird term.
Very chaotic, basically. So
heroic's becoming a weird term.
Wherever they go, they leave a trail of destruction and carnage, and normally steal quite a bit of stuff.
Ah, unfair, Jim, unfair. Calling foul on that. What have we stolen?
Killian's workshop is currently quite full of junk that you've just taken to him.
But not stolen.
Reappropriated stuff from villains' houses, then.
Yeah, absolutely right. And if they came, and if, do you know what? As soon as they come back to life, they can ask for their stuff back.
Yeah.
Not stolen.
Fair enough. Well, when
we've taken it out of the homes of dead people.
You're just doing house clearances, basically.
Exactly.
Aren't you like archaeologists or something?
You're
doing it really early on.
You're saving the modern Italian taxpayer. You're saving them the cost
very
of
early. Very early archaeology.
Yeah, it's just really,
Guys
really
not even buried.
archaeology. Look at this
Archaeology.
What is it? It's the remains of an.
And to be honest, we have actually done the different. We've actually returned stolen goods.
Yes, you have.
So
there are good deeds. Like I said, there are good deeds.
Mostly good deeds.
And mostly destruction.
Yeah.
Yes, we only did one major destruction.
I believe there was information gathered.
Yes.
From our
long suffering mad gnome.
From was it from Penn Fodlow?
Yes,
You getting some information about the?
Well, no, we asked Charles to go talk to Penn Fodlow because those two had a rapport about specifically about the Sky Captain's schedule.
Yeah, Dural Fawkesbridge was due.
Yep.
With a delivery at the Skydock.
Sky Tower.
Sky Tower, Skydock. A stone creation that sits above Mordensow, allowing ships that traverse the sky to dock and stop there. Rails one being one of the main ones. Traversing on Frohast's skies with the amount of snow and bad weather that you get down here, not always the most pleasant way to travel, but some brave it like Dural. You were either going to set up to go and investigate these folks when they docked, or you were about to head out into the wastes.
Yeah, the question was whether or not we wanted to hang around for a couple of days to talk to the Sky Captain about their potential association with the organisation known as the Moor, and specifically why she found herself transporting so much really expensive wine and incense of the drugging people at a party variety.
That's right. And you'd also met some halflings.
Yes.
Yes.
With a flock of Scrooger who were unloading. You met Jilly and Jilly's grandma.
Where we learnt about the news, the old moon in the sky, and some amphitheater style outcropping up there in the wilds with some very interesting artwork. Apparently, we had to dig out.
Seen
Ancient
in tree
armor.
symbols. Story of rebirth. New life grows in depths of desert. Refugees from Sawthal. Sawmel.
Sorthal. Yeah, so you got quite a lot of info.
Yeah, and don't sure what to do with it.
Mm.
Well, wait, let's have a little think. So, Killian, what's
Why go to me first?
Killian on Dragonborn?
I'm gonna.
Because you're there, right there.
I want to get them cogs whirring in the old Killian brain.
I don't.
Come on.
Pre-croissant. Killian,
Yes. There's a moth
what is drawing your interest the most?
Why?
What is intriguing Killian the most in this situation? What is making Killian want to continue this mystery? Is there, are you interested at all with your stepfather's invitation to come home? Are you more curious about stopping this insidious Moor cult? Finding out more about crystal? What's Killian think?
His stepdad thing has kind of been like, me.
Yeah, arm's length. I'll get round to it.
Yeah.
But
I'll
are
do
you
that when
interested
I
in it?
feel like it.
Well, are you interested in it?
No,
Oh,
but
no, but yes.
What? What's the but?
I feel like I should
Okay.
do it.
For mum?
Mm.
For mum?
Mm.
Yeah.
It's one
Mumsy.
of those things where you're like,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll do it when I want to.
Okay.
The whole crystal thing and the cult thing,
Deeply interconnected.
I know. But they're the things that I want to do first. Most importantly, anyway, maybe not first, but most importantly, they're the things that we need to figure out.
Mm-hmm. What do you want to investigate? What specifically do you want to find out?
Want to try and stop this
The cult.
and do whatever the hell we can with this thing.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's trying to figure out how to do one where it kind of links with the other without trying to do both at the same time, because both at the same time is going to be very hard.
Yeah.
And that would mean that we'd need to be in two places at once. We can't be in two places at once, and there's only four of us, and there is no way on this weird planet thing that we are on that we are
What you're
splitting apart.
suggesting, we split the party and half of us take the cult on and half of us go after the
Yeah.
crystal.
Actually, no.
Yeah.
I think our GM's good enough. I think we should actually split it in 4 ways. We go to 4 different continents.
Thanks.
We can do this.
You know what happened when they split the party the other day?
No, I don't.
Out of the goal.
I have not seen the video yet. I'm looking forward to
Nearly
it.
killed him. Just one of them.
Oh,
But he was trying to be fancy with the planes technique that he has as an ability to drop into the ethereal. The creatures immediately paralyzed him, so he couldn't drop into the ethereal plane, and then they just beat him and beat him and beat him and carried him away, which was hilarious.
beat him to a pulp and carried him off. It's like,
Yeah,
well,
that was
this
great.
sucks.
The only reason he got saved was by a character that his character doesn't like. Familiar.
Even better. Oh, familiar. Even better.
They're familiar.
Oh, brilliant.
He was just
Oh, that's just
so, like they're so grumpy in character against this other person.
chef kiss. Chef
Yeah, it was
kiss.
proper
Perfect.
chef kiss. I love it.
Oh,
It was a beautiful moment.
Oh, it was just glorious. It was absolutely glorious. I was so happy.
I know. I as a GM, I understand that beauty that can happen. It's like, that's the good stuff.
And now they're going to have to, in character, appropriate that information into their characters. Like, I was saved by the thing. And they
They go 2 ways. They can go absolute denial. Didn't happen.
yeah,
But
I was fine.
Didn't happen.
had it.
I had it.
Bear in mind,
We were there. We watched you.
2
It
HP.
didn't happen.
2 HP. That's brilliant.
Mm.
Anyway, to this game.
But yeah, there is no way that we are splitting the party.
Always, or even anyways.
Yeah, to try and deal with these two things, because whenever we've split up to try and deal with smaller things than this, something
Well-
drastic has happened, and one of us has almost been killed, and then Charlie got eaten because we were separated from each other, but not like split up properly.
No, trying to look at it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
he
I said,
actually
Charlie
got
got eaten. And
Yeah. He tried to be me. I snuck off. He snuck after me. It didn't go very well.
yeah, exactly. And yeah, it's just not a good idea.
Okay. So
The question
what
is,
is it, what's your vote then? Wastes? Boat. And there's waste has got 2 options as well. But I think it was decided which
I
one.
think we've got 3 options in the waste.
yeah, well, yeah, we got 2
Kanzak?
solid apps.
We got Kanzaks, we got go to the pink thing or go to the basin
The basin.
that the halflings told us about,
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh,
yeah, the amphitheater. Yeah,
the
amphitheater. The
amphitheater.
basin. Yeah, okay.
which
Yeah,
is
the
there
cleft.
is 3 different directions. One's west, one's east, and one's south.
Oh, of course they are.
I do have a question.
It is that.
What?
That's strange as that. Who would have thought?
Well,
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 it's
you
like
have
someone's like a
questions
build your own
about
adventure game. It's the game book.
You-
Path goes north, west, and
did
south.
they-
But it
did-
does. Everything
Did they
goes
give me an idea on how far travel-wise the basin thing is? Because they said it was off to the west.
It's to how long is it?
So I'm asking you.
It's 2 weeks.
Oh, that's a long way.
why am I not surprised? So there's one thing that's 2 weeks away, another thing that's about 2 weeks away.
There's 2. Well,
Go
Yeah.
on. What?
2 weeks to around near the crystal to kind of Bujar and that kind
Yeah.
of way.
Yep.
You'd have to go down. Sorry, no, it's 2 weeks from Kakanzak's. My mistake. For the amphitheater.
Okay.
So
For
you'd have
some
to probably
reason,
hit Kakanzak's and then go across. Sorry.
I seem to think it was closer because I was wondering if we had enough time to go to the basin and then come back when the airship got here. But no,
Oh.
no, we don't.
No.
And
It's east of Kakanzak. Sorry.
so how far away is Kansas from where we are?
You've got a trek to the Geodan Knots.
Time wise.
To what do we say? I think we said 2 weeks, 3 weeks, including the
Oh,
travel. 3 weeks ish. Let's say 3 weeks.
As much as Jax likes the idea of flying boats less than he likes the idea of boats. If we wait for the boat that flies, does that go faster?
Probably. Almost guaranteed, actually.
Yes.
what
So
then? I'm
we
polar
could get them to give us a lift. Although we've got 4 polar bears now, so they should be
Yes.
fine.
We know they go to Kakanzak's. So if we got the cash, and I might haven't stolen anything at all, but may have a huge amount of gold on me right now.
Platinum, isn't it? You got as well.
No, it was silver.
There was some platinum in there.
Unless you got something else as well.
I might have 204 gold and 6,000 silver for some reason. I might be sitting down a lot and sweating. My backpack may actually be bulging.
Yeah. So that's what Killian wants to do. You want to try and address this cult thing. You're not bothered about your dad issues right now. No. Okay. So address the cult, and which way do you think? Do you think you want to go? You've got several places where you know they are prominent.
Do we?
Over at the Heptar Island, where
Oh, yes,
Charlie
yeah.
Boy is from. There's a lot of rumours about Drosk as well. You've heard about Drosk. Did you know it, Chin?
Yeah.
Yeah, Droska's got some stuff going on there, probably. All money flows to Drosk is the same.
I don't know. I do not know right now. Where do you two want to go? Where did Charlie boy want to go to?
I'll ask him in a minute.
If you were to ask Charlie, Charlie is most worried. I'm most worried, Killian, about the Heptar itself. I went there on a mission of mercy and goodwill. And I believed that was true, and I believed in the cause and the reformation of these individuals and help and crops that are grown there to go out to everywhere and, supply with the goodness of the collective religions that are worshipped there. I believe these are being corrupted and misappropriated. These scriptures that once spoke of true hearts and true souls striving for betterment of all kind,
So
now being turned and twisted by this.
now our options are: do we want to concentrate on the cult, take out their bases of power, expose them to the kingdoms and the influences that control those areas, hope to all the divines above and below that they aren't actually in cahoots with the powers that be, and then oh boy, that's a spicy meatable. That's a lot of influence we're going up against. We're going to make a lot of enemies, not just of the cult, but everyone is associated with it. They love people of power, and people of power and those associated with people of power don't like to be embarrassed.
Hence, you've had assassins sent after you.
Yeah,
Oh God, I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I mean,
Did they kill my dog?
we've already
Yeah.
embarrassed the king here. I mean, he's really been really cool about it, and I don't want everyone to hang around here long enough before we get to the point where he's like, nah, I've got to go. But he's been really cool about it in a sort of like punch drunk sort of way. But he's beginning to get more wise and more together. So that honeymoon period where we were at the bee's knees is starting to wear thin. So we really need to get going before we outstay our welcome.
Or just run out of buildings to set on fire. That's the other.
How? One! We set one on fire. It
We
was
didn't mean to-
I
right,
didn't
we
set
didn't
any
know.
building on fire. I set the contents of the building on fire. That set the building on fire.
I see. That is beside the point. So distractions.
For a start, we've kind of weakened Heptar because we killed off Hammerad.
Yeah, we
And
did.
like
We did.
people know about it. And your dragon friend is out there, and we've told him about it because you sent him a message.
Mhm.
So
We still got to expose. We still got to expose them. Also, it boils down to how much do you trust them to do something about it?
how much do you like your foxy wolf thing, dog?
Like a lot.
Do you think we can train him to track these things? Because if we like show him some of the pudding people and the pink crystal stuff, he might be able to smell them because they have really good sense of smells. We use like wargs for tracking stuff all the time.
Probably.
He could be a pudding person box.
Possible. It's not impossible. Certainly, they certainly make a change of the person, but whether or not they change scent, that's interesting.
They smell pretty horrid.
They do have a smell, so yeah, there's probably there's definitely a
So
change.
we could have a sniffing dog.
Okay. Can I assume that Jackson can train at least because
He
I
is
can't train.
very proficient in stuff with animals, I believe.
I am proficient in animal handling, and my rune gives me advantage in it. So
Let's have a little animal handling check then for this. Let's see how well you get off with get on with Bengo. I need to say get off with Bengo.
Yeah, you
on
did.
with-
You actually said that. It was very weird.
Yeah. Get on with Bengo and a corpse of who? Which one are you getting to sniff? Who's he sniffing? the splat of Hammerad or kills his brother?
Uh,
Do we have
Maybe.
access to those corpses?
well, if we go and ask for them, I'm guessing so. We can probably like sort of, I mean, even if we just take their robes and stuff.
Mm.
17 on animal handling.
Yeah. It seems like Bengo gets a good whiff of these individuals. You think that he might be able to pick up at close range?
Yeah. We basically got to make sure we've got to train him to, if
Yeah.
he smells this, respond like this.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
bark.
I mean,
or
basically,
or lay down.
Yeah, be in a
What
bomb
is-
box type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or like
what is
corpse
the
sniffers.
response that you train in, Jax? What is the response? You can train it in. You can tell us what it is.
I'm,
Probably something silent, like a gesture.
I'm
Like-
it's probably going to be sort of, if he smells it, he'll sit, and then like if it's strong, he'll kind of lay in the direction of where the scent's coming from.
Yeah, sit,
That's
lay
all
down
basic.
and lay
Sit
down and point
down,
at
I'm
it.
noticing something. Lay down, it's in that direction. Type
Okay,
thing.
cool. So you and Owen have been doing this because Bengo is very faithful to Owen and barely leaves your side. I imagine, just kind of always with that.
We could
sort of
probably start trying to
moving
train the polar bears for it, because polar bears have an amazing sense of smell.
Yeah, because they're predators. They have a really good. Something's bleeding over here. I'm going to eat it.
No, like literally, a polar bear can
Oh,
smell
yeah.
a seal from a mile away.
Yeah,
They can
easily.
and they can do it through the ice, can't they? I mean, they can pick it up
It's like crazy. It's one of my random polar bear facts. I have lots of them. You want to test my polar bear knowledge?
No, I don't.
No.
Nobody does.
We'll do that when we get out on the ice. Let's have some polar
It-
bear
it's
facts. At
polar
every
bear
long
facts.
rest, you are allowed to share one polar bear fact.
Per game. Per game. Pick wisely.
So what is the score? Are we hanging around for Jarrell?
It's just the one.
Big.
polar bear fact.
One, I'm limiting him to one polar bear fact per long rest. Otherwise,
Going
we'll
on
have
for a
like a
while.
whole, like the episode will be like one polar bear fact mantra of Jackson's, or rather of Matt's. Actually, it's still Matt, not Jackson.
It could be Jackson. Jackson facts. It should be the last thing in the YouTube video. Jackson facts. Close up on him. Did you know?
Sky boats are slightly better than water boats.
No, they're worse than water boats.
Worse than water boats because at least you can have a chance of swimming.
Jackson facts. That works out.
Have you not
That's
seen?
my point.
Has
Like,
anyone
the
seen the
logic is
boys?
infallible.
Has anyone seen the boys? Because have
No.
you seen a set of memes going around which are deep thoughts from the deep?
No, I haven't, but it's probably
They're that sort of thing. He's not a very smart character, and has just Google deep thoughts of the deep, and
I'm good. No, I'm good. I've already watched enough of it to know that it's quite cringy.
oh no, it's not. It's just he has all these random sort of
Epiphanies.
yes.
He's random, moving swiftly on.
So am I allowed a polar bear fact today, or was the smelling?
not long resting yet.
What?
End of the game. End of the game. Come on.
Out
end
in
of
the
game.
waste. Long resting.
All right, we're off to the
Gathering
waste.
around the campfire.
Well, that's Jackson's sorted. We're off to the waste right now. He's dragging us along. And did you know?
Left off the waste. I will camp as soon as we get outside the walls. Literally shut the doors of one cell and that long rest.
I'm there
Over.
scratching at the wood. Let me back you.
I pick him up, throw him.
Put Owen back inside.
Yeah.
You're safe now, Owen.
Thank you.
But yeah, so hopefully Heptar might be either weakened or being sorted by your dragon friend. So it might be worth having a chat with
Why
him.
would the dragon friend be? Oh, big dragon. Oh,
'Cause
yeah,
he was
dragon.
the one-
Dragonborn. Yeah, dragon.
Yeah,
Dragon.
no, the dragon guy, Recharge. Because you sent him a message to tell him about putting people in Heptar.
Charlie did. Yeah, Charlie did. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So
Mm.
if you're worried about Heptar, there's a dragon on the case.
That's a pretty big thing.
Just
That to have a lot of influence. Well, I can certainly buy a lot of influence.
just as a so I have this notebook and the thingies, yeah,
Yes, you do.
and that's where the game started, and that's where we're at now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there, so maybe a third of the way in,
Yeah.
the top note. So this is when we learned about Frohas, we learned about the Shardfall. The top note on this page is Heptar. More cult, probably fucking things up.
But it took me joining now. We should probably do something about that. Yeah, it's only been festering for 30 years.
Oh look, you've been to a festival. You've had a pretty good time. I mean,
well, that
sometimes
was
you know, like you get one of those extra long hangovers.
well,
Mm.
that was pretty much as we hit Southgate.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We got that info.
It was one of
Cool.
those hangovers that you drink through.
But yes, that was a note. The top note on a page was Heptar has more cult, and they're probably fucking things up there.
Oh yes, you're correct.
Problem solved. We killed some of it. Moving on.
Solve the mystery. We're
Right.
done. Let's go home.
So the question,
do we
still
go back
remains:
to-
what do we want to do, or are we just literally going, let's find some cult, not do anything about it, but just gonna find it? Oh, there's some. Moving on.
Well, we haven't like managed to get all the culty people here. Because
No, we haven't. We got nowhere near. We got nowhere near all of them here.
So we actually kind of need. Do you reckon your space manacles or whatever they are would stop?
Very limited use.
Pardon?
Say again. Carry on, please. Sorry.
You've got your
know.
manacles that you got from the harpy ladies, not the
Mhm.
the haggy ladies.
Okay.
Do you reckon that would stop the pudding people exploding out of the person suit? So we could actually catch one. Because the problem is when we actually find out the ones that are like properly infected, they burst out of the skin and we have to kill them. Whereas actually what we want to do is keep them alive and ask them some questions.
Yeah. The answer is
That's actually a good point.
maybe.
Would they?
I
They're
don't know. I'm
magical
also trying to
manacles,
find them. I can't
aren't
actually
they?
find the actual shackles.
Yeah.
Need to lost.
Interdimensional shackles.
Yeah, but yeah. Apparently disappeared from my inventory. Did I give them away?
No.
I don't think so. No one. You haven't got them, have you?
No.
I thought they were just dimension shackles or dimensional shackles or something.
Extra dimensional. Could they stop portal? They stop people teleporting.
Yeah,
Essentially.
dimensional shackles. I think is the magic item. I think they're called.
Okay, let's try and find them. Manage inventory.
Was it a standard thingy or was it homebrew? Because if
No, it's standard. It kind of picture and everything.
It was on D&D. Yeah,
dimensional shackles, wondrous
Yeah.
item.
That's it.
You can place these shackles on an incapacitated creature. The shackles adjust to fit a creature small to large. Additional serving as mundane manacles prevent the creature bound from them using any method of extra dimensional movement, including teleportation or travel to a different plane of existence. They don't prevent the creature from passing through an interdimensional portal.
So they don't. No, the answer is probably not then, because they're already inside the person. Basically, you were using it like an Edgar suit.
Now you would know that one of the smaller ones would, the ones with the tentacles in the shoulder, it would restrain them as it would a pair of shackles, and stop them because it would fit them. Now I just need to check.
Yeah,
the
but
size.
that's
Well, it fits up to large, so
Yeah.
it depends on how big the.
Yeah,
Depends
I'm
on
just
people.
checking. I think the other thing was maybe huge. I think it was 3x3, wasn't it?
Maybe.
Yeah. I
But
think
the
huge
question
is
still
easy.
is: would it stop the bursting out? Is this thing extra dimensional sticking inside them, or literally just really compact?
Really compact is the answer to that.
Yeah, so I don't think the extra dimensional shackles would actually help here. You basically need something that stops polymorph. But then probably not then, because they're not really polymorph, because the clothes are it. This really is just it.
It's just gelatinous.
Yeah.
You want
You need something you want something. What we want is something you can slap on it that solidifies it, literally like a flesh to stone.
Got it.
But then we can't ask him questions.
A weaker version. Flesh to leather. I'm not actually kidding. I'm really saying they can just literally something that slows down somebody, even gives them a slower, something that basically makes their movement slower.
What about like a box we could put it in?
Like a
That's
magic
interesting.
block.
We just don't, the question is, we don't know. They explode out of their skin, leave a skin on the floor. We don't know if they can't reform it.
What, like rice pudding?
Yeah.
Do we actually still have access to Thingy's body? The Hammerman's body? Or has that been burnt or chopped up or dissected in any way, shape, or
I
form?
think that the original body the first one that you came across, the big popper.
Yeah, no, so we had the first one was Tacklebrow,
Yeah.
Yep.
but we've also had Hammerad, which was even bigger.
Yeah. Hammerhead you have had access to because you've just got your Bengo to go and have a sniff of it.
Okay. Can I spend a bit of time? I want to see if there's any eyes, effectively, I'm going to try and find eyes and brain in this thing.
Okay. Make a medicine, I guess. You would only for
While
the
you're
brain.
there, I might actually join you on this one because I actually want to look for solid crystalline pieces.
I think you found one in it. I think you
Oh, yeah,
pulled
we did,
something out because you
yeah,
pulled
we
it
did.
out from him.
Yeah, we did. Oh God, yeah. What was that? What did we pull
We
out?
stuck
Shit.
we stuck it into our crystal because our crystal is kind of big and
Yeah, we did, didn't we? Yeah, but there was actually genuinely like a piece of
pulled
crystal.
the crystal out of it. But no, what
Oh
I'm
my
looking
God.
for,
I completely forgot about that.
I'm actually looking for like anatomy of tentacle beast in a I want soft squidgy bits that I can hit him and it might knock him out rather than kill him.
So you want to try and incapacitate this creature.
You're trying to find a nervous system.
I'm trying to find a brain so I know where to hit him to try and knock him out, not
Let me see if we find you the image of it, and then I can show you what you're looking at.
Fun. Yeah, this is your nightmare.
I can drop it in the
Dropping it in the chat.
Yeah.
Discord.
It's a home. Here he goes. Is he huge? He is huge.
Huge. He's huge.
He a big boy. And I will just get you a picture of the little boy.
I love how you just said he's a big boy and then like, I'll get you a picture of the little boy.
I'll give you a picture of him.
What that means is in his brain, there's his big brother that we're going to get to fight next.
Oh, look, a colossal. That's a thing.
Yeah, that's not nice when it gets that big.
And then we're going to find the more, and that's going to be a Sarlacc.
The mighty Sonic be digested over the course of 1,000 years.
Or just great, fantastic. I'll be down here just fixing my backpack and wee, I'm out.
Right, let me find you this boy. Again.
Anyway, a medicine roll.
Yeah.
I did not do very well. Am I getting advantage because Owen's helping? Or
Owen, are you helping with this?
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, get advantage.
I'm nice like that.
I did better on the second roll, so I rolled a 6 and a 12.
Okay, so you
Double
managed to find
digit.
the eyes. The eyes are quite prominent on this thing, and from finding these great eyes, you obviously can trace it back to a sort of central, a seemingly web of nervous systems. It's almost like how octopi work.
Oh, fun. You're multi-brained.
Yeah.
Multi-brained.
That's fine. I just want to have an idea so when we come
And
across
as you think back, when you were fighting you realise there were kind of 4 independent tentacles when they were coming at you. They were.
This is very hard to knock out.
Yeah.
It does not have a central nervous system.
Yeah, you remember that 4 tentacles were going to, and then grappling, and then there was another one, and
one of them didn't understand how doors work. It was quite interesting. Yeah.
yeah. Well, the first one was slightly lower down the chain, as you can imagine. He was
He was a wee boy.
He is special.
This is the little one, and then we get the big brother.
Yeah, I nerfed the first one because there was only 2 of you in the room, or because there was there 3 of you or 2?
3, yeah.
2 of us, I think no, because you were messing around. You were down the corridor.
Yeah, there was still 3 of you though, because Charles was there.
Charlie was heading to you.
Only
Maybe
afterwards.
Charles was in between when you popped him or something, and you guys were doing the interrogation, and then something like that. I don't know. Anyway, you couldn't open a door. It's quite true. So yeah, where are we going? Is there a plan? Are you going to bid goodbye to your king? Are you going to head to Kakanzak? Are we waiting for you?
That's the question, isn't it?
Or are you going to ask Durrell and the Le Bapon?
What?
The boat is called Le Bapon.
Le Bapon.
Yeah. If you can gain passageway on Le Bapon.
Because it goes to Kakanzak, doesn't it? Or at least it can do.
Well,
it can do.
Oh, funny laugh! I almost did.
Why? So why don't we? Why don't we get? You got money, yeah?
No.
Okay. Maybe we should ask the king if he will send some stuff to Kakanzak's on the flying boat, because I don't know how long it's going to take, and it might take a while getting here, and it might be late. So we could sit around doing nothing, or we could start heading to Kakanzak's, and then the boat could catch us up and deliver stuff to us.
What? You mean you want the flying boat to come hurtling out of the sky and somehow just drop things off to us or pick us up?
Oh, no, it can, if it's delivering stuff to Kakanzak's, which it goes to.
Yep.
We go to Kakanzak's and meet it.
So we can fly back.
No. This
Know
is
yourself, Jackson. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I do. So we want to talk to the boat person, but I don't really want to go on the boat thing.
Okay. So you just want to meet the captain at, okay, you want to travel to Kakanzak's.
Yes.
But at say a week's time, because it may take us 2 weeks to get to Kakanzak's, in a week's time, you want the captain to be sent by the king to Kakanzak's. So we'll be there at Kakanzak's when it's at Kakanzak's, so we can talk to the person. This is very, very long way around. We can just wait 2 days here and do it anyway.
Dungeons and Dragons plan.
No, this is the definition of a Jack's plan.
It's a Rube Goldberg machine in action right there.
No. So it gets.
That's brilliant. Love it. I love it.
It's literally coming to where you are now.
But we could sit here for several days, or we could be in Kakanzak's looking for thingies and talking.
Not in a couple of days, we can't. In a couple of days, we'll still be out in the wilderness.
So do we wait around for a couple of days? I mean, we can sort of take Benga around and see if he can find any puddingy people.
It's not a bad plan. I have clocked a few people who did get the symbol, so it might be a good idea just to investigate them as well. So we have people here in the city to actually investigate. But we do investigate them. I just want to investigate them. What?
I think I've broken bean.
You have, but we're going. I'm trying to ignore it. Let her stew for a bit. We're back. So if we do find some people get identified by our little foxy friend, I want to just give those lists names to the I don't like that. I don't like it when you do that.
Okay, this is also a plan I don't particularly like, but Invisible Glove Guy.
Don't say it.
Invisible Glove Guy and his band took us all over. So if we take them with us,
they won't do that. You know that full well. How are you gonna explain what No. What?
What?
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
they
They
do.
can.
Yeah.
But
So they go round with us, and when Bengo finds a pudding person, they can like switch his brain off and get him to like sort of, and then we don't have to fight him and like.
it seems to be this locksmith. Do you know what we should do? Improv street theater. Get the band going. Hey, you should walk to the dungeons. Yeah. What? They do their hypnotism through music. How?
No, they've done it like just talking to people. I think they did it when we were outside.
I don't remember. I might have been hypnotized.
But if they can do that, then maybe they can hypnotize pudding people, or like teach you, or like Killian or something, or Charlie, because you guys all do weird, wonderful things.
I'm cool,
Can
I
you
don't know.
make a Arcana check somebody? Killian.
Me?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you're the
you
Arcana
might
person.
make it.
Technically, officially, the Arcana person.
My face actually hurts.
I love Jackson's plans. They're so cool.
I was fine until I looked at the screen and then saw your reaction, and then it was a that just
It's like physically trying to get away from Jackson's plan.
that just got me. An Arcana check.
Yes,
Oh,
please.
Jesus. Right, okay.
I mean, does anybody else object to the plan? I mean, I think it's hilarious.
8.
8.
At
Killian,
least I'm coming up with plans.
Oh, fair. That's you're absolutely fair. You're totally fair.
As
Totally
you
fair. You're
try and
coming up
think
with
back
plans.
to the times
You're better.
that you spent with Hoop.
Hoop. Was that the invisible?
Nobody Johnson.
Oh yeah, the invisible
Hoop,
guy.
wasn't it?
No joins.
E, not H.
Sorry?
Wasn't it Goop?
No. Hoop. Hoop. Nobody Johnson.
Goop. Yeah, got it. All right. Okay.
And
I'm not changing my notes.
His
Goop.
oh no, it might be Roop. Was it Roop?
I'm pretty sure it's Goop.
Okay, what continents do you want? Pick a
I
Jupe.
think it was
I like Jupe. Let's go for Jupe. Moop. Maybe Moop. Oop. Ape. Oop.
Goof, not Goop. Goof. Goof.
Goof. Nobody. That sounds like you'd say if you ran into him. Ooh, what's that? Oh, Willie Johnson. Ah!
Anyway,
It's like Nobody Johnson's a visible person. It's a great name.
yeah. Anyway, so John, whatever his name was,
Who's John? Who is John?
Who is John?
Nobody Johnson. We'll just do Nobody Johnson.
Yeah.
And his bandmates. When you were there, you try and think back, but the smell of the incense and the performance was so hypnotic and so charming that you cannot work out where the source of the magic was.
Wait,
What?
the incense.
Hmm.
One of the famous stuff from the warehouse.
Ooh,
Make
That's a-
psychology
that's a
check.
dangerous.
Thorne.
That's a dangerous question. If he says yes, then suspicion lands on Nobody.
So what am I
Officially,
doing?
it's weird.
Jax is not a Nobody fan anyway.
Yeah,
What would it be?
yeah, don't tell
Oh,
Jackson.
okay,
Right, time to break some bones.
Comparing 2 cents.
You'd have to.
It's going to be a
Take some-
perception-based thing, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
One of-
We do have-
Mechanic.
I do have a piece of that incense and some of that wine. So
A perception check, I think.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, fingers crossed.
And with assistance, you could even roll it with advantage because Owen has a piece of the incense.
Of the moon from modern Ramasham.
17. You think they are
Oh, tab on it.
very similar
Sorry.
in their construction. Some of
do
the
you think?
heady, overwhelming power that it had over you, that whole atmosphere that it laid. It's not the same smell, it's like more of a junipery smell, whereas the one from here is just more sort of like a low end kind of what's that kind of, almost like the smell of
Like
heather.
I was gonna say almost like sandalwood.
Yeah, sandalwood and heathery smell. That's the one that you get from the warehouse, but the other one had kind of like that kind of almost sharp junipery scent to it when you're in the Painted Lady. But yeah, the base, there's something very similar about the construction of it. Maybe manufactured in the same place.
Ooh.
Don't know why I said that like that.
I don't know why you said it like
That's kind of Louisiana via Russia. There was a bit weird.
Yeah, not really where these accents going. It could be other.
2 weeks.
what's wrong with you tonight?
But I'm a bit excited. I've had a really good day. Yeah.
Okay.
Killian, how to express this to them? Sorry, go on, Killian.
It was no. Wait, so Owen's got some of the incense and some of the wine from the warehouse, right?
I do indeed.
Are there any manufacturer's marks on the incense from the warehouse?
Do you remember?
Does, yes. It's a big giant tree with exposed roots, and we know it comes from the city of Ramasham.
Oh.
Well, there was an export stamp.
Yeah. It came from, at least this stuff came from. I don't know where this sort of incense would be manufactured. I have no idea. Maybe Ramasham, and I have no idea where Ramasham is. So,
Hold on.
Does his symbol look anything like my seed and tree symbol from Sorfell?
Just a second.
Oh.
Everything is my fault. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Including this game.
yes, actually, it's true.
This is your fault.
This is actually your fault. Yeah.
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 I mean, it's a good thing you did, but it's still your fault.
So
Even good things can be somebody's fault.
so
And that
What?
killed the conversation. Wow. Okay, dead.
no, just so. Like I'm waiting.
Done.
There was a roll made, and
Shall we start the game now?
and you believe there was a relation between the markings on there and Matt Jackson.
So-
You brought up something about your
Mac Jackson. That's your next character, Mac Jackson.
and Jackson. You brought up something about something that is very similar. Tree.
Yeah, the tree symbol, my sleeping tree symbol from Sorfell, the story of rebirth thingy that the halflings told me about. Is that the
It's
same symbol?
remarkably similar.
Wow, I think the GM's giving us a hint.
Yes, they are remarkably similar.
So why would the
Hey.
halflings be shipping stuff to the desert place to then fly it back here?
Where does that story come from? What does this tree mean to them?
It's written on the wall in the amphitheatre to the east of Kikanzak.
Let's go there.
So Kikanzak's first, then.
And if
Maybe
someone
stop
can
off,
send the
resupply,
flying ship,
and then head out to the amphitheater.
and if someone can send the flying ship to Kikanzak too, then when they catch up with us, we can.
Charlie, did you, when by any chance, when you were asking for about the roster, did you ever find out whether or not it would be stopping off at Kansas at some point?
No. I just investigated whether it would come here. That was, you know, I asked, is there a ship due, basically, and they said yes, due soon. I believe they are taking passengers, though. I mean, I believe we could book passage if we wished.
I would do, but Jackson would rather drown in snow.
You
Split
can
party.
fly. You can fly. This is a distinct advantage on a flying boat. It's a distinct advantage on a boaty boat too.
A boaty boat.
A wet boat.
A wet boat and a flying boat. So what's a dry boat?
Well, it depends if it's
That's
red.
a sled.
It's
Not
a
one of them.
cart. It's a cart.
We've got one of them. We've got a magic TARDIS, one of them, and 4 polar bears to pull it. But you can't drown in that.
Hold on. I see an Owen brain whirring. Oh no.
I'll be right
I've got
back.
a plan. Go on, say
No, I'm not going to.
it.
That's a
Go on.
cliche I'm not going to have. I'll be right back.
Oh,
I'm going to go see my old master, and hopefully he might be able to help me acquire something.
Malando calf.
Indeed.
Okay. You knock upon the heavy door of Malon's rather grand but more ramshackle due to his kind of hermitage within his own place. Basically, he's kind of locked himself away after the horrors he'd seen.
Master
And eventually-
Dokar?
The door opens and there's Malon's.
No, I assume it's his servant or he maybe himself. Not sure.
Yeah, he lets you in.
Give him a flourishing bow.
Owen. Hello, Owen.
Master Dokar, sorry for being away. How's things with you?
Well, they've been like good actually.
Your lady friend?
How did you guess?
You have that glow.
Yeah, what a woman. What a woman.
I've got a favour to ask, an object favour to ask. In your vast collection of objects and trinkets from your adventures,
Okay.
did you ever come past a ring of feather falling?
I've heard of one, yes, and I believe that we had one at one point. We had a rather, well, this bugbear individual who was, shall we say, not the most dexterous of folk, had a tendency to take a tumble every now and then.
I suppose you have it. I may also indeed have a clumsier fellow who has a habit of falling off of traversing items like boats and ships, especially flying ones.
I don't have one here, but I will investigate that, and where can I find you?
I was hoping you'd have one sooner rather than later.
It may be within the day.
Then certainly, yeah, I'll be. Out of character, my brain went, where is Owen staying right now? There's never home. I'm currently staying, and I'll just at the castle.
Palace?
The castle, I
Castle?
think. Yes, I think I'm staying at the castle.
And I have to speak to an individual that I don't know is unpleasant.
Oh, do you want me to watch your back?
No, not in that way. He's just unpleasant. I don't know
Oh.
if you've heard of him.
Killian.
Kemp Trevis.
Ah.
You've met a Kemp.
I have.
You've met Kemp.
Hmm.
Welcome to.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cheeky skinny elf.
Hmm.
Did all your clothes for you with fancy pants
Yeah.
and a mini Dragon Ball outfit.
Uh,
And the
well-
lovely little outfit for Janice. The little princess outfit for Janice. God,
I have like 150 gold. I can go towards it if that's possible.
That'll help for the blade, I guess. And well, you've introduced me to the love of my life.
Well, I already owed you one.
And let me tell you, I got one.
Please don't ever say that again. That made me feel sick.
Oh, what's
I didn't think I had it in me.
Ah,
And
stop!
that wee woman. Powerhouse, Owen, I tell you.
Stop!
Thighs like.
Ah!
When Owen's going to have to start referring to him as Papa Oost.
This is
no?
where
Why?
Owen's
No.
ears involuntarily turn in and plug themselves.
No,
Yeah.
he's perfectly fine with this. He's a manly man. It's fine.
Yeah. The conversation divulges into descriptions of carnal lust between Malice
I'm attentive. I'm attentive. Take notes.
and
You know.
Mama. You're getting tips, taking
Yeah,
a few,
absolutely.
like,
Too right. Yeah.
and
I'm getting my money's worth. That's pretty right.
Erwin, I'll meet you at the castle if I can.
Thank you.
What? Will you get a bit sidetracked?
Well, you know, if we had there sooner rather than later. But
If not this evening, on the morrow.
thank you. I'll leave the 150 gold, which I'll take off the character sheet, and on the side.
Don't look at me like that.
Why didn't you like Malice describing
No.
like?
And then I will make my way back to the party.
Mhm. They're still squabbling over whether boats are better if they're on the land, on the water.
We're having a debate of what is a dry boat.
It's got one.
Because we've got a flying boat, a boaty boat, and then what is a dry boat?
Mr. Jackson.
Boat that
Mr.
wasn't
Jackson.
even on land or on the ground or in the air. What about one on?
I've made preparations to acquire you a ring of featherfall.
A featherfall?
Featherfall.
To believe
Okay.
Jackson's fears? Owen, that's very thoughtful.
And what does this do?
Makes you fall very slowly if you fall off things.
So if you fall out of a flying boat,
You just
You-
gently float to the ground. No damage.
what if you're flying boats over water?
Then you gently float to the sea and start swimming. Can't help you with that. You have to start to swim at some point. But you won't.
We've got
Right.
we've got potions for that, Jackson.
That's for swimming, and they don't last very long.
Well, we're as prepared as we're ever going to be, I suppose.
Also, from here to Kansax, it's snow. It's all snow.
If I remember the map correctly, actually, there's a small forest on the way.
I like forest.
There's not water. There's no water.
I agree. I'm sorry, Owen.
Okay, there's a little. You'd have to be really unlucky to fall off the boat just as we pass the crack in the ice.
Are you saying you don't want to take the polar bears and the TARDIS wagon?
Of course we can. It's a boat. We take everything. It just cost. Just take it as cargo.
How much is that?
There is a big hold. It is a big shipping boat, a big shipping
So
vessel.
could we take the TARDIS wagon and the 4 polar bears?
I don't.
If you can afford it, probably. So, GM, question.
Hmm.
How much, roughly, is cargo these days?
Let me get my list.
If I don't know, who would I ask to know? Do I know someone to ask? Essentially,
You could you know the man Penn Fudlow. He's quite.
other than that guy, poor bastard.
Get Charles to go talk to him.
I would rather talk to anybody else, only because I don't want to ruin his day anymore.
I can go have a chat
I'll
with
go.
him.
No, no, and no.
No, Seth, Jackson and Killian have talked to Ben.
We'll go.
I bet you would. That's why this is in my head.
Yes, this
and
is
not
what
being
it's
expressed yet.
previously, you have picked up shipments for various little things for
Yep.
cobbling, and you might have heard things on the way. You think that probably a journey to Kanzax, which is going to probably be a couple of days over the air because there's no terrain
Yep.
to traverse. Per person, I'm going to probably say, and then the per person, let's say it's going to be about 5 gold a person,
Oh, okay, it's cheap. Cool.
and then
I mean, it's expensive. But gold's a lot of money, but we're adventurers.
uh,
Gold rains from the sky.
um,
So that's 20.
and then you're going to need the same for the bears.
What each?
Well, they're going to need bed, and they're going to need board, and then food and stabling.
Okay, so 40.
But could we not like put them in the TARDIS wagon and put all the food in the TARDIS wagon, and we won't take up any more space? We actually only need the TARDIS wagon.
We would have whatever we put in a TARDIS wagon will be covered in poo.
I
Just
was
so you
gonna
know.
say, the thing with that
I mean,
is,
fine, but just it'll be
How
covered
would
in poo.
how
I
would
don't
you
know how
put
big the
that
TARDIS
in?
wagon is on the inside.
Someone could just be inside the wagon with the bears.
That's what I mean.
Oh,
The bears.
oh,
How about
oh,
you?
so you want me to actually rock up with yanking a empty wagon, and I could probably wrangle half price because I am small. Just me and my wagon with a lot of people yelling inside. We get a whole thing for 10 gold. I love it. You can't leave the wagon for a week, but small price to pay.
Well, I don't think any of us have actually been in the wagon to sort of like map how much bigger it is on the inside.
Let's do that. Let's go to the wagon. Let's go to the wagon. Well, how big is the damn thing? I've not even been inside this thing.
You make your way to the stables. There's Rosie.
And Jim.
Come on.
Rosie and
Reuben,
Jim.
Rosie and Jim.
Reuben and Lily were the first ones, and
Reuben
Rosie
and
and Jim
Lily.
were on the required.
Reuben and Lily. Rosie and Jim are there. They're hopeful little eyes. Those flexible polar bear noses sniff towards you, recognizing a familiar scent. Our friend.
I move my fox to this side of me, so it's like
I will
sniffing the fox, going,
like,
that dinner.
see if there's like sort of dried fish treat somewhere for them.
You find their little favourite snack box, and their wet maws over the hand. Oh, power cut.
No.
Well, we're still recording. We've just had a power cut, everybody. Welcome to Cornwall in the winter.
It's not even winter, mate. It's September.
September. We are yeah. This is